Israel has ordered complete siege of Gaza as rocket attacks continue, while more than 1,000 people have died in Israel-Gaza conflict. The government of Nepal has expedited its efforts for rescue of Nepali nationals stranded in Israel, while the Israeli ambassador to Nepal has said that those working in caregiver jobs in Israel are all safe. Good evening, I'm Sarah Sapsanamma. Let's begin with the headlines of the hour. Nepali nationals stranded in Israel appeal for their rescue. Prime Minister assures immediate support. Israeli ambassador to Nepal says those working in caregiver jobs are all safe. Ticket booking opens for the Dashai festival. Service seekers start reaching counters. Department of Transport Management to intensify monitoring. More than 700 killed in Israel since Hamas launched its attack. At least 500 dead in Gaza following Israel's retaliatory airstrikes. And UEFA postpones all matches scheduled in Israel in the next 2 weeks. Nepal women's national football team star Sabitra Bhandari safe in Tel Aviv, awaiting return to home. Nepali nationals in the conflict-hit areas of Israel have appealed with the government for their rescue. They have also shared their grievances, saying the government had not initiated any effort for the rescue in 3 days of the conflict. Bipin Subedi, who is in S.Negev in southern Israel, has posted a video in social media and has appealed for rescue. 5 students of the Agriculture Department of the Sudur Pashchim University have been seeking refuge in a bunker for the past 3 days. Saying they have been awaiting for rescue from the Nepali embassy since Sunday evening, they have added that the embassy is yet to initiate any effort, which has left them in a state of fear. Suraj Bhandari, who is in Kadesh, Barania, has also written a letter to the Prime Minister urging him to facilitate the immediate return of Nepali nationals from Israel. Speaking with Kantipur News, he has said that there were no bunkers in the area and there was a risk of missiles hitting the region at any time. He added that they were also facing the shortage of food. Of the 49 students of Sudur Pashchim University who had left for Israel government's Learn and Earn program, 10 have been killed, while the others are at bunkers for the past 3 days awaiting rescue. The mechanism led by Minister for Foreign Affairs NP South is to coordinate in bringing the bodies of Nepalis killed in Israel. Meeting of the mechanism held at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs today has decided to coordinate with Israel and prepare an aircraft to bring in the bodies of deceased Nepali nationals at the earliest. According to Ministry of Foreign Affairs, bodies of 10 Nepalese killed in the attack of Palestinian Islamic group Hamas at the earliest. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs has said that 4,500 Nepalese are working as caregiver in Israel, while 265 are students. The government had formed the mechanism under Minister South yesterday. Prime Minister Dahal has called a special meeting of the Council of Ministers at 4 p.m. this afternoon regarding the rescue and return of Nepali nationals in Israel. Premier Dahal had also called on all-party meeting at 5 p.m. Now, Israel's ambassador to Nepal, Hanan Goder, in an interview with Kantipur television, has said efforts are underway to bring home at the earliest the bodies of Nepali students who lost their lives amid the Israel-Hamas war. He has said that Israel will take full responsibilities to cover all the costs and has assured that all those in caregiver jobs are in safe locations.
We have approximately 4,500 or maybe even 5,000 Nepalis that are staying in Israel for different periods of time. These Nepalis belong to different groups. Some of them are engaged in the Learn and Earn project in agriculture, and this is a group of 261 Nepalis that have arrived Israel 1 month ago, some of them 6 weeks ago. There are other groups of caregivers that are located in Israel, some of them for 2 years and some of them for even longer periods. And except from these 2 groups, the caregivers that are on a bilateral agreement that were recently sent and the Learn and Earn, there are other Nepalis that are working, again, mainly in the caregiving sector. There are 700 Israeli casualties. Israel is a small country. These are huge numbers. So at the moment there is war in Israel, and unfortunately, I must tell the truth, it is going to last for more time. Now, regarding the Nepalis, most of the Nepalis that were affected were located, are part of the Learn and Earn program. But let me emphasize that the Learn and Earn program comprises of 3 different colleges, universities. 2 of them are not involved, are outside of the circle of the violence, and they are the students from Tribhuvan University and the students from AFU, Agriculture and Forest Universities. Tribhuvan and AFU are not involved and are in remote places. The ones that are involved are the students from Far Western University. This is a group of 49 students that are located in the area or proximity near Gaza Strip, places where there was an invasion. Out of the 49, 32 are in safe places. 17 of them were based in a village, in a farm called Kibbutz Alumim. And they were affected because Hamas terrorists invaded the village, captured the village, and started slaughtering the civilians, including the Nepalis that were based there. 10 Nepalis have lost their life. 1 Nepali is still missing. We don't have information about him. And some Nepalis are in hospital and some Nepalis are in safe. The Nepalis and the Israelis are one family. There is no discrimination. When the Israelis are evacuated, the Nepalis are evacuated with them. And when things will get better, I'm sure that we will all share the same good news together. The state of Israel, the government of Israel will finance and will take all the measures needed to bring the bodies back to Nepal. Of course, we will coordinate it with the Nepali embassy and with the authorities here in Nepal, but we are taking full responsibilities to cover all the costs. They are members of our family. As you understand, there is big chaos at the moment in Israel. There is a waiting list to identify the casualties. I mentioned earlier, 700 people have died. And once we will complete the process, of course, they will be sent. I believe that it will take a few days, but not more than that. This escalation, this war started 48 hours ago. We are still collecting the bodies from the district, from the area of the terror, of the attack. And once we will complete, then we will take it. It will take a few days.
The government has initiated effort for the return of Nepali nationals willing to exit Israel to return home. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs has begun collecting information about the Nepali nationals willing to return from Israel. Online registration has begun in collaboration between the Nepali embassy in Tel Aviv and the government of Israel. The ministry has also urged the Nepali nationals in Israel to contact the embassy officials of the ministry and register their information. President Ramchandra Paudel has sought information about the status of Nepali nationals in Israel. President Paudel sought information from Minister for Foreign Affairs N.P. Saud regarding the status on rescue of Nepali nationals from Israel, their return to home and the relief for the family of those killed. Sharing condolences for the students killed in Israel, President Paudel has drawn the government attention for the treatment of those injured. Meanwhile, CPNUML and student bodies have also demanded for immediate rescue and return of Nepali nationals stranded in Israel. Families of those studying in Israel had reached the Ministry of Foreign Affairs earlier this morning and had urged the Minister for rescue of 9 students stranded in the conflict. 7 of the 10 Nepali students killed in the clash between Israel and Palestinian Islamist militant group Hamas are from Sudur Pashchim. Family members and villagers of those killed in the conflict are in grief. The students had left for the 11-month-long Earn and Learn program on the 4th and 5th of September. So the Sudur Pashchim province government has announced 200,000 rupees each for the families of those killed in the attacks. Sudur Pashchim Chief Minister Kamal Bahadur Shai issued Shah, in fact, issued a notice today to inform about the relief. Meanwhile, students of different campuses of Dhangari protested against the government for the delay in rescue of the students stranded in Israel. Booking of tickets for the nearing Dashain festival has opened from today. People had reached Naya Bus Park in the capital early morning today to book travel tickets. A number of travelers have said that they queued since last night to purchase the tickets. Flow of service seekers in the ticket counters in Kalanki, Koteshwar and Chabail areas have increased significantly. Meanwhile, the Department of Transport Management has said that monitoring has been intensified to prevent black marketing of tickets. Likewise, 16 public assistance booths, including 10 under the coordination of the Kathmandu metropolis, have been set up at different places to address the issues of service seekers. Public representatives and political parties of Kalyanpur municipality, Siraha, have resorted to protest, alleging increase in corruption, failure to furnish income and expenditure, and irregularities in budget. The representatives and parties have been protesting for the past 1 week. They have also alleged the mayor of using force instead of finding solutions to the issue. Meanwhile, Mayor Rampukar Shah has said that he was prepared for a dialogue but added that those protesting were not in favor of talks. Organizing a press conference yesterday, Shah had clarified that the details were not published because of procedural delays. Service seekers had been at the receiving end as the works of the municipality has been obstructed because of the protest. It's time now for international update. The Israeli military says at least 700 people have been killed on the other side, over 2,000 injured, and that a number of hostages are being held in Gaza. Retaliatory Israeli airstrikes have killed at least 500 people in the Gaza Strip, with 2,300 wounded, according to latest update from Palestinian officials. Rescuers say more than 250 bodies were found at the site of Israeli Supernova Festival that came under attack from Hamas militants in an unprecedented assault on Saturday. The United States has announced more support for Israel by sending munitions and boosting forces in the region. The family of a British man serving in the Israeli military, Nathaniel Young, said he was killed in an attack. Several other nations have said their own citizens have died or been abducted. The wave of attacks launched by the Hamas militant group on Saturday morning was the biggest escalation between the two sides for decades. Meanwhile, Israel's defense minister has ordered a complete siege of the Gaza Strip. Rocket attacks on Israel from Gaza have continued, with explosions heard in Jerusalem. Food, fuel, electricity and water supplies from Israel are being cut. Israel says it has regained control of its communities near Gaza, but some militants remain active. It's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion. The question is, what should be done to improve the performance of Nepal in international sports? Your options are A, adequate investment, B, regular tournaments, and C, better facilities. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And that is all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.